just don't feel the same. Just don't feel the same.
Hello, folks, and welcome to Coming Up Comic. Today we're coming at you with episode 14, and today we have a very cool indie filmmaker, director, writer. He can tell you himself, but we've got Jerry S. Gonzalez in the house. What's up, Jerry?
Hey, what's up? Thanks for having me. Happy to be here. How exciting.
This is actually our first time meeting each other.
For the very first time. Like you discovered me. You made me who I am today. So thank you for that.
Yes.
Yeah, you just slid in my DMs and you were like, hey, be on my podcast. I'm like, sure, I don't know who you are. You could possibly murder me. I don't know.
Oh, gosh. And your filmmaker dreams.
And my filmmaker dreams, yes.
Yes.
But my films will live on.
Yeah. Yes, they will. So, yeah, I came across your post for your feature film coming up through Kino Crew.
Yes.
And I was like, I got to check this guy out. Saw that you make comedy shorts and are working on a comedy haunted feature.
Yes.
And yeah, I said, let's get this guy on. So here you are.
And here I am. What do you want to know about it?
Well, where do we begin?
Yeah.
Let's start with you're born and raised in Chicago, and it turns out you grew up just 10 minutes from the studio.
From the studio, yes. So I was born and raised where we are. I'm not going to dox myself, but yeah, I've been making movies for a very long time. Started when I was 3, and then just taking the family camcorder around the house, filming different things, and then. Grade school, I would make little Lego stop motion movies. And then high school, I did more sketches with like friends from school. And then in college, I continued that a bit. But then I decided I don't want to really do sketches anymore. I want to do short films. So when I graduated, I started making more and more short films that were more geared towards horror and horror comedy.
Okay, cool. So you went to school at Columbia
College.
Okay.
Yes. That was all right.
That was all right.
That was all right.
What was all right about it?
It was interesting because I was surrounded by a lot of people that were really into film, and for me, I've always been kind of on the chiller side. I've always wanted to do stuff that was more campy, more silly, and a lot of people there, they wanted to do movies about depression and what made them sad. And I'm like, okay, but we can make sad movies, but what else is there to that?
Yeah.
So, for me, I've always been interested in movies about creatures and just trying to find the humanity and things that we kind of find repulsive or grotesque.
Cool. So what kind of movies did you watch growing up?
So, I was a big fan of the Universal monster movies. If you know Svengoolie, that was sort of a ritual between my mom and I. We would sit down every Saturday night, make a big old bowl of popcorn, watch a old black and white monster movie.
Wow, I love that. My dad loves Svengoolie. We would also watch that together.
Great.
And I've been watching a lot of Alfred Hitchcock.
Love me some Hitchcock, yeah.
Cool. God, I'm thinking about, for some reason, did you ever see the movie? I'm sure you have The Blob.
The Blob, yes. Like the 50s one?
Yes.
Or the 80s one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Either one, they're both pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think for me, like, growing up and just like immediately knowing right out of the gate that I wanted to do, like, I always felt like the behind the scenes were a lot more interesting than the movies themselves sometimes.
Yeah.
And like, I remember like during the big DVD craze, you can get like bonus features and you could like see like how a movie was made. So like my dad would have like Star Wars, like the sequel or the prequel trilogy, and like we would watch how the movie was made. Like I didn't know when this would happen in the movie, but like it's like, oh, okay, this is how they did this scene, this is how they did this scene.
So that got your directorial production, creative juices flowing. Do you also, have you done acting yourself? Are you a performer yourself, or are you strictly behind the scenes?
It just kind of came with it because it's like in high school, my high school didn't really have like a film program. They had like a TV program, which I tried to get on, and they denied me for some reason. Screw those guys. Screw that.
Your mistake.
Burn it to the ground. Actually, don't.
They'll
Legally,
regret
yeah.
that. No, yeah.
But they did have a theater program, and you know, I've always been a little quirky, and like my sister's like, I created you, so I made you the actor you are. So I did like start off with like an bit of an acting career in high school, and then like that also allowed me to be like in front of the camera for all these sketches. And graduating college, I didn't know how to get into the industry, so I started doing background work. So I spent maybe the first year out of college on Chicago Med. I was a core med student on the show. So on their, like, we call it the football set, which is like the ER set, but it's like the shape of the football. Just going back and forth, walking in like weird patterns, handing people files. And then my biggest claim to fame was there was an episode where there's like a baby going into cardiac arrest or something, very heavy stuff. And the nurse is like, you there, get a chest x-ray. And it just camera all up on me. And I'm like, because they're not going to give me a line. That's like thousands of dollars. They're not going to give me a line. So I'm just like,
Wow. With that expression,
Right.
They got their money's worth with you.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I did try the acting thing for a bit. I got an agent. That didn't really work out for me. And I was like, I think I would rather focus on being more behind the camera. But, you know, now that I have all this experience, and, like, I feel like being somewhat of an actor has given me more... it's been, like, a lot easier to communicate with other actors. And, like, I feel like we're always on the same page. We always have, like, the same energy. I feel like maybe other film people are more, like, kind of in their own heads, and maybe they're not as like outgoing or expressive, but I'm like always like bouncing off the walls, and like they're always bouncing off the walls, and somehow we get stuff done. I don't know.
That's how I feel all the time. That resonates with me big time.
Right. So I mean, like I love working with other actors. I love that we could just collaborate and just come up with something.
Yeah.
Such a good time.
Yeah. Well, and it's been fun talking to you, the little we've been talking today. Just kind of manifesting some dreams and realizing some things are actually coming to fruition. And also, when your peers are doing things, and we're finding we have a lot of friends in common, it just kind of builds to the greater energy of a group. You know, it just gets people excited together.
Life is a funny thing.
Yeah, it sure
You just,
is.
I mean, like I've been trying for years to just kind of weasel my way into this industry. And yeah, graduating, I was like kind of lost. I was like, I don't even know other film people really, because I didn't really have a lot of friends in college. So I mean, like I immediately started doing improv, and that's how I met a lot of the comedy people that we have in common. And then like I did that for 2 years, and you know, I met some people that did film.
Yeah.
And then I started finding out about like networking events around the city, and I've been just going to those.
Yeah.
Left and right, and just kept building up my my Rolodex of just people and just other filmmakers that I can work with and like collaborate with.
Yeah.
And here I am today.
Wow. Yes.
Stop.
Discovered.
Stop.
Coming up
Stop.
comic.
You discovered me. Yeah, you did that.
It was me.
It was
yeah,
you.
the whole time. So what are some networking events or things that you find yourself as a filmmaker attending regularly?
So there's this guy named Armin, and he hosts these events called Filmmaker Fridays. They're really good. They happen twice a month.
Okay. And where's
And
that at?
It's all around the city. So
Okay.
basically, you pay attention to their Instagram, and they'll tell you exactly where they're stationed up because
Gotcha.
it's always different. They just had an event that was at Lincoln Park Fest, which is off of Lincoln Park. It's kind of where that DePaul campus is. That was great. And usually these things, they sell out really quick, and there's like over like 200 to 300 people that go to these things.
Wow.
So I would highly recommend if you're new to filmmaking and you want to learn more about it, or just like you want to meet other like-minded people, I highly recommend going to a Filmmaker Fridays.
Definitely. I'll be checking one of those out with you for sure.
Yeah, just go. Go right
Filmmaker
now.
Friday.
Let's go.
We're going.
Let's go.
It's Wednesday, but we're going.
Yeah. Wednesday they have the Arrogant Frog, which I highly recommend to just really like
Yes.
newbies, just maybe college people that want to start off. I think that's really good, and that's where I started going. I heard about this networking thing. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go to this, and maybe if there's just 10 people that go, that's like 10 people that I can connect with. And the first time I went to one of those, there was like 20 something people. There was like a lot of people there that I wasn't expecting to see, and it wasn't like heavily advertised either.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wow, there's actually a big community here in Chicago. And then we kind of stuck with each other, and we started creating like group chats about networking events, which inspired my friend Jenny McMurtry to be like, I have so many group chats and I'm trying to like include people in on these networking events. I'm just going to create my own app. So she runs an app called Chicago Film Events, which is like, I think is the best way to find out when there's a networking event in Chicago, screenings, mixers, just about anything. If you have your own event, you can kind of upload it to there.
Very cool.
Yes.
Chicago Film
Yeah,
Events.
this city has just been so kind to me and just so welcoming, and it's like everyone just wants to help each other out. And I have friends that are like in LA, and they tell me, it's like, man, I see what you're doing in Chicago, and I wish that we had something like this here. Everyone kind of expects something out of each other, but like in Chicago, if you go up to a group of people and you're like, hey, I have a crazy idea, they'll be like, let's make that crazy idea.
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of got my start here in the city. So, I mean, I had maybe one film under my belt, and I thought that was the film that was going to like take me places. And, I submitted it to festivals, and then it was the pandemic. So all those festivals ended up being online. So I made another film called Intergalactic Pizza Boy, and, it was doing okay at festivals. It wasn't doing great. But I went to these networking things. I was like, oh yeah, I have this movie. And they're like, and I was telling them how crazy it was. I was like, oh, there's like a space motorcycle chase in there. There's like aliens. And people are like, yeah, sure. And they gave me an opportunity to show it at the bar, and everyone watched it. And I felt like a turn. I felt people were like, okay, this guy is actually pretty good.
Wow.
So, and from there, people were like, let me be on the next one. Let me be on the next one. And it's just been, the momentum has just been growing since then.
And what did that turn feel like inside of you? Was it like realizing that you were capable, realizing it was the beginning of manifesting something big? Describe that.
Yeah. So, I mean, when I made that film and I realized it was like bombing at film festivals, I felt like, what did I do wrong? And I was like, because everyone has like a certain level of discernment, like they know like if something's good or not. And I was questioning mine. I was like, is this really bad and I just can't see it? And like that got me like really in my head, and I got like really, really depressed from that. But then once I started, showing this movie around, and people were like, oh, actually, this is very impressive. And I'm like, thank you. Oh my God, this is what I needed to hear. It felt almost like instantly, like my life changed. Like, I was hanging around people that didn't really care about me making movies, but now I like found my community. I found people that really actually supported me and they weren't trying to be fake towards me, and they actually wanted to see me succeed. And I was like, wow, I actually have a chance in this industry. And I was like, I don't, this is crazy to me.
Wow.
But, the good thing that came out of, Intergalactic Pizza Boy is that I got into a festival called Days of the Dead. And with Days of the Dead, I was like, this is great. This is such a fun festival. And I got to fly out to Atlanta and just meet a bunch of people there. I got to hang out with like celebrities. It was a lot of fun. And I was like, I need to get back into this festival. I need to figure out an idea to get me back into this festival. And then on the plane ride home, I was like, okay, so I need to make a horror movie. And I was like, what's the horror movie about? And my mind came up with, I thought of the movie The Bye-Bye Man, if you know The Bye-Bye Man.
No.
So there was a movie during the 2010s called The Bye-Bye Man. That's all you need to know about it. People on the internet tore it to shreds because it's called The Bye-Bye Man. It's a very dumb name. So in my head, I was like, I need to come up with an even dumber name.
Okay.
So I came up with The Spaghetti Man. And then I was thinking to myself, and like huge spoilers if you haven't seen the movie, a lot of the people at this festival were making movies that were meant to scare you. And I was like, okay, what if I made a horror movie that was meant to make you cry instead? And I think you were talking about it to me earlier about how you're like, I didn't know where that was going.
It made me feel a lot of different emotions because the Spaghetti Man is a scary looking character.
Yeah.
And he's also lovable. And there's also like a feel of a love interest, like a tease of that on a couple levels. Nina's scene with Spaghetti Man, so epic, so funny, meatballs.
Right.
Just really, it made me feel a lot of different things.
Right.
So right away, I could understand why you won the award you won at Pixquid.
Yeah, Pixquid, yes. So, I mean, like, the movie has been floating around for at least 2 years now. It went through its whole festival run. It did pretty well. It has kind of rejuvenated my love of movies again.
Cool.
And, in its post-festival life, it's, found new life on a streaming service called Pixquid, which is a service that's based here in Chicago, and it is geared towards local independent filmmakers that are looking for distribution for their short films. So they can upload a short film on there and, get some money from that.
Wow.
So the award that I won was like, I decided to put my film on there, and there's like a free section where you can watch free movies. I was like, let's go big or go home. I'm going to make this a paid thing because I spent a lot of time on this movie. I kind of want to get some money from it. And the award I won was called the Make It Rain. So it's for the most pay-per-view downloads.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, my God, thank you. Oh, my God, thank you.
So did you have a budget for this film?
I would say it was around $3,000,
Oh, wow.
which is not a lot of money.
That's impressive. So did you edit yourself as well?
Yeah, I edit myself, and the only thing I didn't do was like act in it, which I technically did. There was a deleted scene that got cut, and it's like once I'm in the editing room, you have to be kind of more objective, and you're like, is this really serving the story? Is this going to slow down pacing? And just like I had to cut my own cameo, unfortunately.
Wow.
But it's on my Instagram. You can see it if you want. But I edit. I made the costume. I try to pick up the slack wherever I can because it's like super low budget, and it's like asking someone to do that is like a lot of work, and like some people will ask for like a lot of money to do those kind of things, and I'm like, well, I can do this. So
Wow. So you made the costume.
yes.
I told you earlier I loved the sound effects.
Yes.
Just the slop of the spaghetti.
Yeah, so that was a day that I had with a talented composer, Tim Corpus, and he jumped on as like the Foley artist for this. So we made like a big old bowl of macaroni and cheese. We got a spoon, just kind of stir it a bunch.
Nice.
It got kind of like dry during the session, so we kept watering it. And I remember towards the end, I'm like, I am a little hungry. I'm just a little hungry. And I was like, I don't know if I have food at home. I think I just might.
Tim Take that vat home.
No, I mean, I ate it right then and
Oh,
there.
shoot.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang, you go hard.
I go hard. I go hard for these movies.
Obviously.
Really hard.
Yeah. Low budget, got to eat the macaroni.
Got to eat the macaroni. Do whatever I have to do to get these movies made.
Wow. So did you have people that did work for you pro bono?
Pro bono.
How did that work?
Yeah, like I said, like I was telling you, like Chicago is such a welcoming city, and the fact that I could just go up to people, I'm like, if you can sell them on like your pitch
Yeah.
and they're like with you, it's like they're in the palm of your hand then. And then you
Right.
could be like, let's work on this movie.
Cool.
And of course, there are some things it's like, I can't ask you to do this for free. So, I mean, like, I do pay my composer because, like, even he's like all for me. He's like, he's been my composer for like many years at this point. I think maybe like 6 or 7 years at this point. And like, he uses all the money that I give him to pay like other musicians so we can actually have live orchestra for our movies.
Wow. Well, I noticed that you had a custom song
Yeah.
made for this film.
I've had custom songs made for my like last 2 movies. So yeah, my friend Nico and Lou, they made the song for Spaghetti Man, and it was just really random because like I had dinner with Nico and I was like, yeah, I have a song and I really want this song in the movie. Well, originally I wanted On Top of Spaghetti. I wanted a ukulele cover of that, but then people told me about like even if it was a cover, there'd be like rights issues, licensing, and I was like, I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't got the budget to do that. Deal
Yeah.
with that. So I needed something that was in a similar vein to that.
Interesting.
So I had a dinner with Nico, told him like, hey, do you know any upcoming people? He's like, oh yeah, well I know Lou, and then he got Lou involved, and they wrote a song together, and it's so good, and thank you, oh my God, thank you for bringing it up because no one ever brings up the original song in the movie.
I noticed that in the credits. I was like, cool.
Yeah, because then in Intergalactic Pizza Boy, there was like a heavy metal song called Glork because all the aliens in that movie, all they say is Glork.
Glork.
So yeah, they did some like death metal screaming of the word Glork, and it was great. And I think I'm in the process I'm in post-production for a short right now called Hamster in My Head.
Okay.
And I think I want an original song in there too if I can fit it in.
Cool. Hamster in My Head.
Yes.
So tell me about that.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you about that. So Hamster in My Head is about a hamster named Hammy who escapes a mad scientist lab in a human mech suit. So think of a robot that looks like it's a human, but inside of the head of the robot is a tiny little hamster behind a cockpit dialing tiny little levers. And now he's using his new robot body to succeed at life and then go on human dates.
I love it. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see how that one turns
And
out.
shenanigans ensue.
So, and this is a short?
This is a short film, yeah.
Okay.
So I try to keep everything 15 minutes. I feel like you could tell a perfect story, beginning, middle, and end in just 15 minutes.
Neat. I like that. So, and Spaghetti Man, we should add, I don't know if we covered that was a short film. It's about what, 12?
It's less than 15 minutes. Yeah,
Less than
a little over 14 minutes.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's in that ballpark. That's sweet ballpark. I feel like anything longer than that, festivals wouldn't take it. So just like, I mean, the first cut of Hamster was like close to 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, I got to cut out 5 minutes from this.
Wow. Wow. And how do you make those decisions yourself, or do you run it by others, like what scenes need to be cut?
You know, I'm not perfect. I might have given the impression that I'm perfect, but I'm not perfect, okay? And, you know, I try to get as many eyes on my projects before, you know, very trusted friends and individuals, like people that were on the team. With Hamster, I worked with an editor for a bit, and it was just like a lot of back and forth, and like he was working out of LA, and it was going to take forever, and like I needed the movie done like immediately.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I had to take over. There was like no hard feelings, and I mean, I would love to work with him in the future, but just, you know, trying to be objective as possible. And so, I mean, this was actually a blessing in disguise because it's like I gave the film up to somebody for a bit, didn't look at it for maybe like 2-3 months, and then, you know, I got the movie back, and I was like, okay, I need to, you know, I really need to get this out if I want to make all my deadlines.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's like I'm kind of trying to view my own work objectively, and it's like I can get a little self-indulgent, I know. If you've seen Spaghetti Man, there's like a dance scene in there for like no reason, but I feel like people do remember the dance scene though.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, just seeing that human side of him. And then afterward, when he got sick, I mean, that was just it added that element of just like and horror to a movie that you were feeling all these other things. You also felt like that ick moment. You captured a lot of different elements in Spaghetti Man. It was cool.
Well, thank you. And that's the kind of vibe I try to bring to all my work. I call it just my style being weird but heartfelt. You know, we have these really off-putting characters and just like people that you wouldn't typically root for, but like I want to kind of find what they're longing for and what they want, and how could I make an audience fall in love with them.
You said that when you were younger, you used to be kind of, scared of the boogeyman. You started making films at a young age. Obviously, Spaghetti Man it's about kind of the boogeyman in your closet.
Yeah. So, funny story. Never was afraid of the boogeyman, but what I was afraid of was Italian chefs. So, I mean, there's more nuance there.
Got you.
Because, I mean, if you've ever been to an Italian restaurant, sometimes they have like these statues or like maquettes of just of like chefs, but they're like their features are exaggerated. Their eyes are just like.
Well, it's probably because they're smiling.
Yeah, they're smiling.
They're
their teeth. They have big teeth.
Pullabasta.
Right. Those things were terrifying to me, and it's like I was always afraid of like my toys coming to life as a child. I was very fearful of everything. I was scared of just everything and anything. And I kind of wrote that as a character in my feature film that I've been developing.
Ooh.
Called Big Spooky House.
Scary.
So it follows a man named Seth Spooky, who is also someone who's just afraid of everything. And he has a long-term girlfriend. And the thing that he's afraid of the most is proposing.
Okay.
And he wants to impress her. So he decides, hey, I'm going to inherit this big spooky house from my dead uncle. And we find out in this big spooky house that it's infested with a lot of dead family members that are not helpful whatsoever. There's a bunch of puzzles and just I've been describing this to people as the Mad Max Fury Road of Scooby-Doo chase scenes. It's an hour and a half of someone being chased through a haunted house.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I've been very grateful. It's just like this is where my career has taken me so far, where I finally got to meet some people that have seen my work, and they're like, oh, we see the kind of people that are attached to you and like the energy you bring, so we want to make this movie.
Cool.
Thank
wow,
you.
That's so awesome. So do you have a production company behind you? Do you have a budget for this?
So the production company is Candy House Production, and there is a budget. I don't know if I can say.
No, you don't have to.
Yeah, but basically the first meeting I had with these people, they were like, because even for Hamster in my head, I was trying to get 10K. And this is just for a frame of reference for people. And we didn't get that money. So, I mean, the budget for Hamster was closer to like 5 or 6K. So I had a meeting with these people, and they were like, so how much do you think this movie is going to cost you? I'm like, I don't know, like this much? And immediately they shut me down. They were like, no, we're not making a movie for that much. We're making a movie for this much. I'm like, okay. I like the confidence.
Yeah,
It's just like they felt like, oh yeah, we can easily get this much. And then they read the script and they were like, we absolutely loved it. The script is cracked. I haven't heard that.
Cracked. What does that mean?
I don't know. This is new lingo to me.
Cracked. Wow.
Cracked.
Okay.
This is cracked. And I think we can make the movie for even this much or even this much. So,
dude,
I mean, like a Hollywood budget's still like up here.
Of course.
But like, that's more than enough money. I was like, oh, wow, this changes everything.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, I think you were telling me it's like, oh, I'm making a feature. I'm going to cast this friend. I'm going to cast this friend. And like, I had the same idea too. And now they were like, well, we want like A-listers on this. I'm like, okay, let's get some A-listers on this.
Wow.
So it's a lot of like, who can like come with me, and like I'm trying to bring everyone with me on this ride as the best I can, but
Yeah.
like things are a little bit different now.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. John Silver, we were talking about John Silver
Yeah,
earlier.
John Silver.
Cool guy. Shout out John Silver. I love you.
Handsome lad.
Yes, he
Yeah.
is talented, handsome, talented, and funny as hell. We had a great interview here, and he did a filmmaking workshop. But he was just telling people you can make a movie for $5, for $500,
Yeah.
for $5,000, etc. But you're going to make a better movie with more money.
Yeah.
So that's incredible that you've reached that next level where you have people behind you, but it's also you're giving up some control. And how does that feel?
I like it and I don't like it.
Yeah.
So one of the things that they've kind of mentioned to me, it's like, okay, you usually make your own puppets, you make your own creature suits. For this, we just want you to be the director. Everything is just your vision. Any way you want to make this movie. I'm like, thank you. But it's like, you're not going to be making the puppets. I'm like, okay, I think I could give that up. But, you know, it is like also like a cost efficient thing to be like, oh, let me just make the suits because then I don't have to pay someone else to make the suits and I can make the suits.
Yeah. And you trust in the work that you can do.
Right. And I mean, there's a lot more talented people when it comes to like making creature suits or puppets or something like that.
Interesting.
So, I mean, like, you know, good for them. You know, if we can afford it, let's do it. Let's hire
Sure.
people to do this.
Yeah. Were you always artistic? How did that come about?
Yeah, I mean, like, I always was someone that liked to draw, and like, instead of paying attention in school, I would draw comics all day. I was a really bad student, so I mean, I always loved making things, and especially when you're trying to make movies as like a high schooler, you're like, oh, I want to do all these crazy things. I love video games. I love cartoons, and it's like, well, how could I like bring that to the screen? And so it's like you have to make props. And like back in those days, like on YouTube, there was not a lot of good information, but there was like one YouTube channel called like Indie Mogul, which all they did was teach you how to build props. So I built like half of the props they had on that show.
Wow. That's so cool.
Always was like building stuff, was like, creating messes in my parents' basement. And, I brought that energy into college, and like in college, I wanted to do like a robot movie. And like, I was worried that they wouldn't let me do the robot movie. So I didn't like go to class for like a couple weeks. And I was like, and then I came back and I had this robot movie, which, the students weren't that impressed, but
But you got to start somewhere.
gotta start somewhere. And then, I just thought like everyone built props. I just felt like this was just a part of the business. I didn't
Wow.
realize this was such like a niche thing.
Yeah.
And I think the crazy thing is, so I was talking about the first short I made outside of college, and that short is There's Something in the Woods. And I got to have a showcase with There's Something in the Woods and the Spaghetti Man. And the producers that are on this project, the Candy House people, they came to that screening. They were looking for fresh talent. They saw it, and they came up to me afterwards. They were like, yeah, There's Something in the Woods was just really good.
Wow.
Which was crazy because, like, that's the movie I thought would take off once I finished it, which it didn't at first. But the fact that later in life, people still like that movie, and that was the movie that they were like, yeah, really like that. Like what you do. Let's do something bigger.
That's so incredible.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
Crazy. Yeah.
Well, and something else I want to touch on is I don't think I mentioned Spaghetti Man is also funny.
It's a fun. Yeah. Like I wanted to just pay homage to every single like horror trope.
Yeah.
So like it starts off, you should be kind of scared, and then like it kind of eases you into the comedy. It's actually strangely grounded in a way. So it's just like there's like a shift, and like it's always been fun seeing it with so many audiences because it's like I never know how they're going to respond.
Yeah.
And mostly it's like I can see them like on this roller coaster with me. And, they're like kind of like on the edge of their seats towards the beginning. And then there's like the shift. I mean, spoilers, see my movie for Christ's sake. watch it.
What are you waiting for?
I'm gonna spoil a whole bunch of stuff right now, so just
Pause.
yeah,
Watch.
pause it. Are we paused? I'm gonna wait the 14 and 39 seconds of the movie right now.
Yeah, and after my phone better be blowing up, people.
Yeah, her phone is blowing up. So the movie, it starts off and it gets to the bedroom scene where they confront Spaghetti Man, and the kid's like, "Oh, wait, Mom, don't smack Spaghetti Man with a baseball bat. He's my best friend." And the mom's like, "Okay." And immediately there's like nervous chuckles in the audience. And then it cuts to them at the dinner table, and there's like a bigger amount of chuckles. And then we find out Spaghetti Man, he eats in a very grotesque way. And then people are like, "What the fuck?" And then, wait, I could swear, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. And then, the kid's like, "Oh, you got spaghetti on your face." And then that's when people are like, "Oh, this is a comedy."
Right.
Right. But then like I reeled them back in, there's like that whole scene with the montage, and people are like, "Oh, this is actually kind of cute." But then it keeps going.
Yeah.
And then we find out, oh, the abusive dad is back. And like I think my favorite moment in just being in the audience for so many screenings of this movie is that no one expects that the mom's going to get stabbed.
No.
Yeah, so I've just being in the audience in so many screens, and they're just like a gasp, and like it's just dead quiet.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, I did that. Shit, I wasn't even thinking about that. Was words on a page, and that became
I
that.
did that. Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But the movie keeps going, and we find out she's okay, but then Spaghetti Man, he's not okay.
Oh
He
my
donated his
God.
heart.
Oh my
And everyone's
God.
like, "Oh my god, he's not gonna make it, is he?"
Uh-huh.
And like I've heard people come up to me and it's like, "You actually made me cry."
Right. Exactly.
That's
there was a
crazy
lot of
to me.
emotions happening. I felt the same way. I'm like, is this guy going to fall in love with the mom, with Nina's character at the party? Didn't see the stab coming. It's all pretty intense. That, again, to me, captures a great film. The more emotions you can feel during it, the better. And you did it.
Well, thank you.
And again, we talked about the light. So you filmed in your parents' house, and they had a light in one scene that kind of flickered.
So
and it was eerie.
Yeah, so during the dining room scene, I think it was just like a happy accident because like the grips and the gaffer was just kind of playing around with the lights, and they kind of they dimmed the lights because the lights are on a dimmer. They dimmed it really low, and like the light was just like flickering like that, and I'm like, I kind of like that.
Yes.
Let's keep that. So that was just like a happy accident.
Good eye with that.
So it's like, anything you could do to kind of help the vision and just like make the movie just better.
Yeah.
Just little small things like that. And I'm not someone that has all the answers. Like I would rather just people like kind of come up to me and tell me like, "Hey, I have a really good idea." I'm like, "Great." I'm always open to that kind of thing.
Yeah. Big Spooky House.
Big Spooky House.
When are you filming that? That's next year, right?
Yeah, so we are planning to film that next year, late winter 2026. So, I mean, it's coming up. We are slowly but surely, like, assembling more and more crew for that. One of the goals of the producers, and we've been talking to various stages around Chicago, is that we want to build most of the house on a stage, like on a sound stage.
Okay. Wow. That's a big deal.
It's a big, spooky house. That's what it is.
Amen to that. Big Spooky House indeed.
Big spooky house. Not sure if this is a right time to start plugging stuff for that.
Yeah.
Like in terms of social media,
Sure.
because I'd be remiss if I don't do that. But we have a website, bigspookyhouse.com. We also the production company, candyhouse.com, and all our other. We have also social media on, they're also on Instagram at candyhouse.com or Candyhouse Productions on Instagram, Big Spooky House on Instagram. You can follow me if you would like at Jerry S. Gonzalez, Jerry S. Gonz. I know my own Instagram handle.
Can't wait to see more and hear more about Big Spooky House.
Big Spooky House.
Big Spooky House.
The
And
biggest.
if you're
spookiest
looking
one.
for any actors or extras, I know you've already cast it. You were saying you're getting top tier talent.
Well, we're not. We haven't gotten that far yet. So I mean, we haven't officially casted anyone yet.
Okay.
But it's just sort of like we're starting at the top and kind of working our way to the bottom.
Sure.
Right. But
Very cool. Very exciting time for you.
very exciting time, and it's just I've said crazy multiple times already, but it is crazy to be in this position and just like, okay, we're making a movie. We're making a whole hour-and-a-half movie.
Wow. Your debut feature film.
My debut feature film. I've been doing shorts for years, and like people are like, "Oh, do I start doing features? Do I just do shorts?" I don't know. Shorts has worked out for me. I mean, it's very low commitment.
Yeah.
Kind of like my relationships. Am I right? Am I right? But yeah, just it's like I think just having that under my belt has really helped me, and it's like, okay, this person knows what he's doing. He has experience, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, just very, very grateful for that. I'm just really grateful for everyone in my life.
Aw. Well, I'm grateful to know you. I'm grateful to be exposed to your talent.
And you just met me.
Your vision, and I just met you.
Yeah.
So, geez.
Oh, geez.
Imagine 6 months from now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm going to be washed up. I'd be like, Kelly, remember me? Spare a nickel.
Get out of that gutter. No, it's just the beginning of another connection, another friendship, and we're talking about doing already collaborating on some things.
You have a really cool space. I have a movie right now, Hamster in my head, trying to finish that. The goal is hopefully in late October, we're going to have an entire Jerry retrospective of a lot of my older short films leading up to Hamster in my head. And we're trying to reach out to a broader audience, just, a lot of the midnight crowd people that you would see at like the Music Box. We're just trying to get more people to like watch more of my stuff. So keep an eye out for that. It's going to be a fun time. That's going to be late October. A bunch of my short films leading up to Hamster in my head. We're going to have some cool merch.
Cool.
Very cool.
Now, how many shorts have you done?
I don't know. Man.
Wow.
I don't know.
That means a lot if you don't know.
I would say officially I've done 4. But I mean, there's other like smaller stuff because I mean, I kept doing sketches here and there. So I don't know if I should count those. I don't know if I should count any of the stuff I did in college or the stuff I did in high school or just like the, stuff that I did for other people that even like the films like I don't have the rights over. So it's like I have like a bunch of stuff under my belt, but like I do have at least 4 that mean something to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what has been the biggest surprise to you through this process, going from an amateur filmmaker playing around as a kid, going through school, getting to this point? What has been the biggest shock?
I think just like how hard it has been. Like I mean, I think about like in high school, I used to do like a weekly animated series, which you're not gonna find anywhere. Don't even try to look for it. It's gone. It's been scrubbed from the internet. But like for some reason, I was like, this is gonna be my big break, which has just been like a pattern in my life where I'm like, this is my big break. This is my big break. And you kind of realize that success is like not linear and like how crazy it was that, when I graduated and There's Something in the Woods came out and I thought that was the one that was going to get me out of this small town. It didn't. But then later on, I've had, a lot of creative people that I respect come to me and they're like, hey, I really like that film. And this is why I want to work with you. I'm like, so in the long run, it's like, I think my life would have been a whole lot different if that did take off, but I'm kind of glad it didn't.
Yeah.
Because then like it allowed me to kind of stay grounded and maybe a little more humble.
Yeah.
And just, I'm still failing and I'm still like, learning different things and like figuring out the kind of people I work well with and the people I don't work well with.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's gotten to a point where it's like, okay, I finally have gotten the keys to actually do a feature. And I kind of know who I want to work with, and I I kind of know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Wow.
Just kind of.
Very cool. I really like the aspect of Big Spooky House that there's going to, sounds like, be ghosts incorporated into the film.
Maybe, but yeah.
Now that forces the question, have you yourself ever seen a ghost? Do you believe in ghosts?
Not really, but I mean, like, I've had friends that have had really ghostly encounters, and like, I believe them. I'm like approaching this in a very like agnostic way.
Yeah.
I think as a kid I was more afraid of aliens,
Yeah.
and I every night before going to bed I was always afraid of like getting abducted. And I think like there was one night where like I always watched so many like UFO documentaries as a child, and there was one night where I was like freaking out. I'm like, this is the night. This is the night. I know this is the night. I feel it that this is the night that I'm going to get abducted. And I got abducted.
Wow.
No, I didn't. But what did happen was that one of my toys came to life. It just like, I had like a robot toy, and it just like, it turned on by itself, and it really freaked me out. So the aliens were listening.
Whoa, obviously.
Yeah. Do you
got
believe
the
in aliens?
message.
Or ghosts?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had some strange experiences, not like I've actually seen a ghost, but more like
Yeah.
felt a ghost. But I'm fascinated by ghost stories, and I ask people often if they've ever seen a ghost, and a lot of people do believe they've
Right.
seen a ghost.
Right.
So I believe in it. I believe in aliens.
I want to believe.
I do believe that there's a lot of things going on that we have no idea about. But also like manifesting. And that's what's interesting about your perspective. It seems like you've always kind of been like, you know, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. And you're just like ready to walk through that door when the door does open.
Yeah.
And that's what they say you should do. Just like imagining yourself achieving that next achievement. And you're sort of manifesting it just with your thoughts. And so
I
that
think
is
a lot.
That's pretty interesting. You think a lot?
I think a lot.
But I mean, you're actually like creating that. You're putting that out in the universe.
And I think that's also wild, and people are like, well, how do you do it? It's like, you just do it. And it's just such bad advice, but it's also the right advice. I don't know what to tell you. It's just
Right.
like, if you want to make a movie, then, you know, do whatever you have to do to make that movie.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't just sit idly by and just like not let it happen. It's like, I'm trying everything in the book to just like get this last shooting day for Hamster in my head.
Yeah. Well, and we might have that resolved for you.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But yeah, so basically how hard it was is something that did surprise you, though. How much work it takes, really,
Yeah.
to produce something of quality that you're happy with.
Right.
It's a lot of work.
And I can't imagine if like the animated series I made in like high school took off, and like all the lessons that I learned since then, like I probably wouldn't have learned them. And you know, I'm the guy you see today because of that.
That's very cool. Now, did you animate that yourself? Did you draw
Yeah.
at all? Wow.
So it's like you do whatever you have to do to make something.
Yeah.
And it's like I had an interest in animation. I've always had an interest in like different medias of art. So whether it be like 3D animation, stop motion, you know, puppets, and it just I can pick up the slack wherever if I need be.
Yeah. That's very cool. It's very impressive.
Thank you.
It really is. I'm thinking about some other projects. There's actually a project at book club that we discussed. I'm friends with the crew there, but they're talking about a puppet show.
Oh, very cool.
And it's interesting because you just don't hear about puppets
Yeah.
very often. But I saw, as I was doing my homework on you, I saw some shots with you like down low holding like a puppet. And to think you made it and operated it.
Well, that was different because that's from I don't know how much I can talk about this, but I mean, like, I don't really care. It's been like 2-3 years at this point. That was for like a children's show that I was a part of.
Okay.
And they gave me like stock puppets, and they're like, add features to this. So I added features and like costumes and like hair to them. But that was a fun experience. It was a great 2 weeks. I was like, I'm doing it. I'm like on my own Sesame Street.
Yeah.
And I got to like voice 2 of the characters, and it was a lot of fun. And I haven't seen or heard anything from that project since. I thought they would pick up distribution by now, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really care anymore. I'm doing other stuff.
Yeah, and that's the thing when you start to kind of crank out so many different products.
Yeah.
It's not that you don't care, but it's okay if not everything's popping.
Right.
you
There's
know?
a lot of eggs in a lot of baskets, and then like maybe one day that will come to light. So I mean, like that'll be something, and you're like, oh, you were also this guy that did this and this that. I mean, I'm very grateful for everything that I'm able to hop on it.
Yeah.
And there's stuff that like I can't really share until the other people have shared it. So it's like I'm sitting on so much cool stuff, and I would love to just share it with the world.
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely have you back again post production and talk about Big Spooky House.
Do it.
I will.
I dare you.
I
Do it.
will.
See if I'm here.
It's done.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing about
I'm
manifesting.
I'm camping out here.
He's moving in, folks. So with manifesting, it's like feeling that you've already achieved the goal.
Yeah.
And just like putting your energy kind of in that mindset, if you will, where it's like, I'm already making that next film. I'm already producing that next show, you know.
Yeah. I'm just trying to embrace that micro celebrity life. I don't have any big goals in life. I'm not trying to make a bajillion-dollar movie for Marvel. I don't know what I would do with like a big IP. I don't really want to think about that. Sounds stressful. Fandoms are crazy. I don't want to deal with that. But what I do want to do is I want to keep making the movies that I want to make.
Yeah.
Which are just these weird, heartfelt movies, and just be a cool D-list celebrity at conventions. Like I want to be invited to conventions and like, yeah, I'll sign your poster.
Yeah.
And I give you a poster and you give me $10. I'm like, I've made it. This is my success story.
And I'll be like, I know that guy.
I know that guy.
Hey.
It's wild to me that even in these networking events, I've kind of made a name for myself, and like either I meet people and they know someone who knows of me, or like they recognize me from other people posting about me. So it's like I kind of feel that energy a bit, and I'm like, I things are like really picking up in momentum.
Yeah. I feel that. And I think Chicago is a hot spot right now.
Burn myself. Yeah.
It's a hot spot. Things are happening here. And there's a lot of talent. And like you were saying, a great community of people that are ready to make that crazy film.
Yeah, it's just it's so weird that you could just pitch on just an idea to these people, and people are like, "I'm there. Put me in, coach. I'm ready."
Yeah.
Like, heck yeah.
That's
Love
Chicago.
Chicago.
That's
That's
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah. Chi-town.
Yes.
Very cool. What do you want to leave the viewers with today?
Well, I should have. I plugged so early.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. But I want to make sure that everyone's, following the progress of Big Spooky House. We have a website now at www.bigspookyhouse.com, which is a part of the Candy House website. You can find it. Candy House also has an Instagram page that you should follow for updates. We're going to be posting a lot of fun announcements soon on there. Also, follow me at Jerry S. Gonz on Instagram. I'm most active there. You can watch Spaghetti Man. In my link tree, there's a link to watch Spaghetti Man on Pixquid. I'm trying to see if I can get my other shorts on there as well. So just, follow me and you'll be golden.
This has been episode 14 in the books, Coming Up Comic, with director, filmmaker, writer Jerry S. Gonzalez. Jerry, thank you for coming by.
Well, thank you for having me. I've had fun.
It's been a pleasure. Cheers.
Cheers.
Just don't feel the same.
Hello, operator. Get my past self on the phone. Hello, is this Jerry S. Gonzalez? The kid? Mamma mia! It is me, the Italian chef. I'm gonna kill you. I shouldn't leave it like that. Hey, no, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. It's actually me. Yeah, you from the future. I just wanted to, call and let you know. It's okay. It's okay to suck, and to be cringe, and to be a little weird, because that's what's gonna make you. That's what's gonna make you unique. You're gonna kill it someday, and I'm proud of you. Just a kid, and